September. It's almost September. Well, I don't believe August is almost over and it's already time for September. I don't even know what to say. So this is the first time I'm actually using a ring light, and I swear it is not in the ideal direction, but it is in somewhat of the same direction that the sun comes through, if you know what I mean. It's in front of the window and it's September doom and gloom, and I have no control over it because first it rains in Bangalore thanks to the depression in the sea, and then it rains in Bangalore because it's the monsoon. And it's always gloomy and doomy, and it feels like you can just crawl into your bed and go back to sleep. Even if you were at work, even if you were working full time and you weren't working from home, you'd know September is a very gloomy month. And it is also the month of the overthinker. Like my very own and amazing father. He thinks and thinks and thinks and drives me nuts to the point where he sends me into an anxiety spiral. And I do have a lot of uncles who are September borns. I believe I have a few other family members who are September born, and I think overthinking is the perfect brewed recipe for anxiety. Okay, if you're an overthinker, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm saying. Anyhow, let's get into the video because September is also a beautiful month. I associate it with the harvest festival, but I just thought of the overthinker. I wasn't even thinking of the harvest festival. Maybe I would have made a more harvest festival theme, but okay, it's okay. I did an overthinkers theme this time because that's where my brain is right now, in an anxious loop, and I'm talking non-stop. I realize that, but that's okay. So let's get into the video and move on with it. Okay, bye. Even though doodling is the art of being absolutely random, which it is, creating art is not random. It's a process. It's a process of taking your random thoughts, putting them in a line, and seeing the pattern that follows. I think even though I associate overthinking with anxiety, I do know that it is important to use your brain. It is important to think, and when you think, you can line up your thought process into a pattern and create a beautiful piece of art. And thinking can be beautiful, it can be inspiring, it can be creative. You can come up with ideas, you can randomly discover new things, like how Newton discovered gravity. An apple fell on his head, which made him wonder, how does the apple fall? Or maybe it just fell on the side, but you get the point, right? When I think of the image of an overthinker, the first thing that comes to my mind is someone's head that has exploded, and there's a muffin top of like a nuclear explosion muffin top. Pretty much on top of his head, this huge cloud of anxious thoughts, all in a spiral, and the confusion that the person feels after the brain explodes. But I didn't want to create and remind myself how my anxious thoughts can be scrambling sometimes, so I wanted to create something beautiful and pretty. And one of the things that truly inspires me is rainbows. Even though my theme was overthinking, it is really important in life to actually think. It's actually important to process your thoughts. It's important to process your emotions that you associate with the thoughts, and it's important because it will help you create the life that you want. Randomness can create a thought pattern which helps you discover new and good things about your life, good things about the things around you. And that's why you need to think. And rainbows, which are amazingly colorful, are truly inspiring because I am all about the colors in almost everything I do. Whatever clothes I wear, I can decide my life on colors. I can describe emotions in colors. I can literally do everything in colors. I literally don't have a favorite color. I don't use so much of purple. I know I still love most of the colors. There's literally no single color that I absolutely do not like. But I think I do avoid purple in general when it comes down to picking out my clothes for some reason. I don't associate purple with clothes for some reason. I'm not sure why. But when it comes to every other color, I think my favorite is yellow. And I could go on about how much I love colors. But, well, I literally thought of a rainbow, so I created 7 pathways moving out of the head. Okay? And I know doodling sounds random, but sometimes even randomness can create anxiety in my head because I feel like I don't have a path to follow. I feel like I don't know where I'm going. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Even though doodling refers to random scribbles, the goal of doodling is to scribble on repeat. And to repeat the pattern on and on kind of helps you clear your head and focus on something that is not your thoughts. The goal of this is only to channel your energy from thinking about things that are not relevant or not important and transfer it onto a piece of paper in the form of something pretty and colorful. Start small, start somewhere, and you will eventually get good at it. Remember, there are no mistakes in art. For my perfectionist mind, when I look at this doodle, I literally see 1,000 mistakes. But I know there are a lot of you who are going to be like, but oh my god, Nita, you are so creative. So I'm telling you, it's okay to make mistakes because not everybody sees your mistakes. A lot of your mistakes are probably not being seen by anybody else except you. So take the time, create a doodle, channel your anxious thoughts of self-criticism and self-discrimination and creating anxious patterns into creating something beautiful, something that's inspiring, something that will make you feel like, wow, I am capable of such a beautiful thing. After I was done with the main sheet spread, I decided to move on to the creating another spread of my planner because I literally had no clue what I was doing last time, so I kind of wanted to be a little more organized with my journal this time. I watched a few other bullet journal artists on YouTube, which was quite inspiring, to be honest, and it's amazing how many different ways in which you can make a journal. But I literally wanted to keep some sort of organization in my spread this month, so I decided to do the mood tracker for the first time in my life. I needed to also have a calendar for reference as soon as I opened my journal, so I was a little not sure about what I was doing, but I just wrote the numbers 1 to 30. August has only September has 31 number, 31 days. Oh my god, I need to check that out. Anyway, so I wrote 1 to 31 because I thought, anyhow, it's 7 days a week. No matter what I follow, it will be 7 days a week. So I wrote 1 to 7 and I kept writing it all the way till 31. And then I realized that, you could just highlight 1 line, 2 lines to show the weekend, and that's exactly what I did. Anyhow, of course, I needed some space to keep track of appointments through the month, important dates, so I left a little space for that. Of late, I've not been having too many appointments to create a bigger space, so I kept a smaller space since I'm not working full time and I don't really need that much space. I figured, you know what, it's okay, let's create a small space for important dates, because there are important dates. There are festivals, there are birthdays, and there is September, and September is full of events. We have the Harvest Festival too, the Mother Mary's Feast, which is celebrated as the Harvest Festival in my community. And then we have my dad's birthday. I think we have my parents' anniversary too. Anyhow, so just to keep track of important dates, I gave myself a little space, and then we moved on to just writing an affirmation for this month. And I wrote, well, kiss or keep it simple, silly, because, well, it is the month of the overthinker, and the overthinker can really complicate things. Things can get really complicated really quickly if you think too much. So I really need to keep it simple. Stick to the facts. Don't create multiple scenarios. Don't over speculate things that are not important. Don't speculate a situation beyond requirement. Don't overthink it at all costs. I know it's not practical, but I just had to tell myself that and remind myself that it's time to keep it simple, silly, because that's what we're gonna do. There's a little space left at the bottom. I figured I would write my major goals for this month in that little tiny space, because I don't have massive goals for this month anyway. I really don't have I have right now possibly 3 major goals. They have been my year's goals. I have put them in my vision board, but I just had to set a reminder saying these are the goals which still have to be achieved. So let's get going. So I just left a little space at the bottom to write my objectives for this month. Let me know in the comments below, what do you associate the month of October with? October is a very, very silent month for me. There isn't much going on in October in my life. It never does. I don't even know. October seems to be a very uneventful month of the year for some reason. Anyhow, by November it's Christmas time, so it's a lot of excitement, but I guess October just loses out to November and December, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. But for now, let me know in the comments below if you want to see anything in particular for October. So if you've come to the end of this video, a big thumbs up to you, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend, and also don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It would be great encouragement, and most of all, it would encourage me to put out more videos on time, most of all. Okay, anyhow, don't forget to doodle yourself, because more than watching a doodle, creating one is definitely better. And also, if you're adding doodles to your journal, don't forget it's simple. It's okay to make mistakes, because nobody sees mistakes in art, and it's perfectly okay to I struggle with perfection in drawing, so I get it. I wanted my drawings to look perfect all the time and not have single mistake. I've realized nobody's really looking at my mistakes, and I suggest you do the same. It's okay. Start small, start imperfect. You will eventually get to the point where it will be a lot better. I know that bullet journaling can be really exhausting to some people who are trying it out themselves, but remember, journaling is like keeping a planner to stay productive for yourself. Do this for yourself. It is important. You need to remember that you're doing these things for yourself, and journal for yourself, and don't ever forget that you need to attempt it, because this doodling is a great way of practicing your creativity. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's your own personal journal. Nobody's really looking at it other than you. It is for your own benefit. So don't forget to try it out. And if you ever try it out, don't forget to share it with me on Instagram. And don't forget to DM me on Instagram. I will leave a link below for my Instagram account. And let me know how you found this. If you ever think of another theme that you are curious curious about, you have seen on another channel, leave a comment below and let me know. Maybe I can try it out and show you how it's done. Okay, anyhow, until next time, bye, see you later, and happy September, and don't overthink September. It's a jolly fun month. Okay, bye.